Welcome to the lounge. My name is Toby Roydell, and today we talk about pessimists and the advantage of not being one, which are a lot. What do pessimists hate to hear? That a lot of it comes from being frustrated, anxious, or really desperate. A great example of a pessimist is Mr. Scrooge from the Christmas story, who gets visited from the three ghosts of Christmas. I think that's what it's called in English, maybe. He's the mean character, he's the mean main character in the story, who always says, "Humbug! That's humbug!" And if you didn't know him, that was probably awkward, but whatever. You should know that movie, it's a great movie. Go watch it. Not right now, sit down again. Pessimists feel better when they know that other people don't have any perspectives themselves. When they can talk something down and make the day miserable of someone else. That's where they strive. And this is where I want to make the big differentiation between someone who is a pessimist and someone who just has a few bad days, a few bad months probably even, or just a bad time. That's something completely different. But a pessimist always has an intention behind it. It's his intention to put blame on other people. It's never his fault. It's never the fault of a pessimist that things don't work out for him. It's always the fault of somebody else. And they make sure that this pessimism gets carried on to a lot of different people, and that's the environment they strive in. They feel like they deserve to have a good life, that they just deserve to being happy or whatever, but without putting any effort into that. While other people try to be nice, try to be friendly, try to show empathy to other people, be there for others, the classical pessimist just makes every situation worse. He drags people down with him because with statements like, "There's no hope anyways, we are on a ship and everybody is sinking, it's all downhill from here, we can't change anything." And the only reason why he says that or is that way is because the pessimist is weak. He's just too weak to stand up again when he was beaten down. And he decided actively to stay down there and to not stand up again. And the only way to redeem this and to not be honest to himself, because that would hurt, obviously, and the only possibility is to drag other people down to his negative level. Because just like optimism, pessimism can spread all around the place, and it infects other people positively and negatively, optimistic and pessimistic. Being beaten down and having a hard time standing up again. That's perfectly normal. Everyone goes through that. That's perfectly normal. But being beaten down, staying beaten down, putting blame on other people who put you in this miserable position, like it's their fault that you're here, and they now will pay the price for that. They put me in such a miserable situation. Only weak people do that. Who are too weak to grab themselves and pull them out of all the bad stuff they are in right now. And if they were empathetic beforehand, and good people, nice people, friendly people, they might also have some people that help them out of there. But even in the most hopeless of situations, and again, this is easier said than done, but even in the most hopeless situations, there's always the question, do I lose hope or do I try to somehow carry on? It might not be too late. It might never be too late. But that's on every individual to decide. Especially history shows us that there are many examples of people that, no matter how bad the odds, they carried on. They never lost hope. And it's one of the main things that when you read through the Wikipedia article or any biography, this is a big thing. If they carried on even though they were imprisoned for so many years, or were beaten down by this and that incident, or personal crisis, whatever the odds, they carried on. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because such individuals are actually quite popular. People like such people. People like people that do not lose hope, that want to carry on, that have inner power, and they want to follow them. They want to surround those people. And because humans are humans, they also do that because they seek the opportunity to climb up the ladder of success with them. You know? So people love to surround themselves with positive people and not with pessimists. People try to avoid them because they drag them down. And what makes things even worse than pessimists who see such people and they have a success by being positive, that might lead them to being even more vengeful, hateful, resentful, and even more pessimistic. Until the day that they decide, and in my personal belief, it is a decision to just stop that and to change. I mean, there won't be anyone walking up to them and, "Hey, Rufus! Rufus? I've noticed you've been quite pessimistic lately. I've noticed you rather blame other people instead of showing empathy. And you make other people's life miserable and drag them down."
Okay, I got it.
Okay. I have a comprehensive list full of things you can do to becoming an optimist. Here you go. A pessimist doesn't need to turn into a fluffy unicorns loving optimist from one day to another. But somewhere in between this everything's great and the whole world is good and positive, and this everything sucks and the world is going down, somewhere in between lies a good way where everyone can appreciate and embrace each other. And that is what I believe people should strive for, by not being and by trying to not being a pessimist by nature. If you liked today's video, you can, all those buttons down there, you know what they do, especially the red one. New videos will be coming out every 2 weeks on Monday. My name is Toby Roydell, and I will see you again next time here in my lounge.